Welcome to the Dancing Oracle. Happy New Year. Happy New Year week. Happy 2025. I'm going to do a full reading today for the collective on the new year as part of my Tiaras, Tea, and Tarot. So thank you for joining me today. I want to just talk a little bit about manifesting and how to manifest properly. So you're always manifesting. You're always creating your life. So don't blame anybody else for your life. You're always creating your life through your thoughts, emotions, and words. Okay. So you're always manifesting. So you want to manifest in the best possible way, as opposed to creating by default. So if you're using a lot of negative words, ah, let's think of some. Let's see. I'm tired. I'm always tired. There's never enough money. I hate my job. Or mine. There's always something breaking down. This house, this computer, the car, the car. I shouldn't have done that. It shouldn't have done that, but it's got a mystery thing going on. My heater, right? There's like, I gotta fix this, I gotta fix that. So that's my I felt like I created a lot of that this week because all week long, anything mechanical or electronic broke down, and some things are still wonky and acting like they have a mind of their own. It's not even normal. So we have to rein in ourselves because we are the magicians of our own lives, our own destiny. Okay. We do come here with certain things we want to do that we already committed to on the other side. We will have challenges. We decide ahead of time to have those challenges, like, oh, this is squeezing my head. This is a challenge. It's a minor challenge. Let me fix it so it doesn't squeeze my brain. So I look silly. Let me just take this off. It's just good for the intro. I want to be playful. I don't have to keep it on the whole time. So anyway, you can find we had this pearl in the center where I just did another video before this one because I'm trying to record while I have makeup on and my hair straightened before I go teach my belly dance class. So I don't want to exactly record in my pajamas because I normally work on the computer all day in my pajamas, but I gotta get dressed for you. I feel like I need to. Uh, at the very least, I had a life in show business before and I'm used to dressing up. So this is casual for me. This is super casual. But I had a really beautiful card where you focus on now it's away because I put everything. Oh, here it is. There it is. Because this reminds me of manifesting. Yeah, 29. The number 29 adds up to 11, the angel number. But do you see that pearl? And then everything comes from that center. The pearl of wisdom, the pearl of your soul, the pearl of your divine nature. And we're just energy beings. We're not real particles. We're waves. But when things make an agreement on a mind level to intersect and create physicality according to the way our brains are wired, um, it's just the way it is. Anyway, if you like physics, that's a good place to go and learn about this. But we're all creative, we're all energy beings, and we're all one. We're typically all one, and we just have multifaceted diamond points, and we reflect each diamond reflects all of the other diamonds in the fabric of life, in the fabric that we're all woven together. And our thoughts work that way because Our thoughts are energy. All physical things are energy. We manifest physical things with our energy because we're constantly creating. We're constantly creating without realizing it. So you want to like say, okay, rein some stuff back. Like, let's just say a lot of people have issues. They struggle with money. All right. Just realized my makeup is uneven. Why did I put makeup on that side and not that? Okay. I try to be a little dressed up for you. I must have rubbed this off by accident. So I will say people struggle with money and you're like, oh, there's never enough money. Oh, there's never enough money. And then you could say, well, let's say you have a financial challenge. I think I may have to buy a new computer soon, right? And I like, oh, how am I going to do that? Because my jobs have, I used to make really good money at what I did before, doing set design and illustrations for storyboards, and as a performer and all that. So I always had my weekend income doing weddings. I would dance at everyone's wedding or corporate events. It was really fun. Just, but things change. So rather than me thinking, oh, there's no money or there's not enough money, or being having anxiety, I'll say, well, it's possible. It's possible that abundance will come to me through other means. It doesn't have to be through my wonderful photo styling and set design jobs, sets and props. It doesn't have to be through storyboards. AI took that one away. I'm a little like, AI took my big paying job away. So I say, okay, there must be something else I'm meant to do. And it will support me because I'm meant to do that. So I think, okay, pandemic happens. I have other gifts. And I'll say, spirit, God, whatever you want to call, creator, goddess. You say, show me my path in life. Help me to sustain myself fully. Help me, find my way. And I trust you created me. And I don't think you created me just to suffer. Now, you may have taken on certain challenges, as I said before, where you may make an agreement to get cancer or some other challenge. I don't know, like have a member of the family in a shooting or something horrendous, but you might volunteer for that play in life because by playing that role, it will actually, with the polarities of coming to earth, that it will make you stronger. There's a reason for it. But within this hard enough life that we took on these roles. And I don't know anyone that doesn't struggle with their roles that they've taken on. Because some people look like they have a great life, but because I teach dance, which means I'm like a therapist, I hear everyone's stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Plus, I'm psychic. So I'll intuitively see or say something, and then they'll tell me they'll tell me their whole story. And I'm like, wow, because their life looks great. But everyone really comes into this life dealing with so much. And there's so much to overcome. So don't ever say the grass is greener or look at someone else and say they have it easy. I don't believe anyone has it easy. I've taught too many women, and I've worked with too many guys that opened up to me, about their lives. And it's not easy. But within that not easy, you can vibe high and manifest and create a better life for yourself by your thoughts and words, because that is mastery. You didn't come here to suffer. You came here to be challenged. You are like a piece of coal that rubs up against everything and gets pounded, and you become a diamond, a beautiful, sparkling diamond when you master everything. So you want to master, first off, your own mind, your own thought process. So when you go toward the negative with words and thoughts, sword energy. We talked about that in the last video. The sword energy in the tarot, the element of air. You want to sharpen your manifestation process and filter out the negative. And we talked about ways to vibe higher and filter out the negative, like, taking some sage or Palo Santo and smudging it around you. So you could physically do a ritual, like a simple ritual, or light a candle, like the Catholic. I grew up Catholic. We lit a lot of candles. As a Catholic, I was going to be a nun, man. 2 years volunteering with the nuns. And one of the nuns talked me out of being a nun because she thought I'd want a family and it's hard to live with women all day. It's really hard. And you have no freedom. She's like, I think you need freedom. So, but I have a quest for the spiritual. So as you do anything to raise your vibration, you can write something that's positive about what is negative. So if you're saying to yourself, I don't have enough money, you can write down, wait, I trust that the divine has a plan for me. I'm made in the image of God. I have a purpose. I trust that my angels and guides will show me my purpose. And then you have to ask. You have to ask your angels and guides for whatever you want. So I asked, show me my purpose, keep me on my soul contract. And then I was really surprised. I had so many signs to be a psychic. Now, I fought this tooth and nail. I was like, no way. It took being in debt to become a psychic because my other means of support were no longer there. The pandemic wiped them out and AI. I was like, and then I had all these psychics saying, why are you, because I'm calling these psychics for advice. And I called 4 different psychics. And one I called repeatedly because she's so good. She's also a medium. And she contacted members of my family, even knew names without me saying anything. It's such a crazy story. We're gonna have a show together. I'll talk about it. She's very famous. And anyway, uh I fought that for years, not doing this for a living. And I've been given readings for about 3 or 4 years professionally. And now I work for Angel Heart for You bookstore and New Age shop in California as a phone consultant, as a phone psychic. So if you can't reach me through my website, you can book me on a Monday or Tuesday evening through Angel Heart for You. And they're lovely. They have, you can book me through that. And I just was like, no way. What will my clients think of me being a psychic, right? They're going to think I flipped out from all this pandemic stuff. What are they going to think? I mean, I had a very different professional life. I was quiet about the belly dancing. I only told a few people about it, but it's in my corporate world, it was too much to be a psychic. In belly dance, it's kind of expected. It's not, it's like, oh, what's she doing now? But it's like, I guess they go together. Eventually, that was people's response. Oh, I guess I could see that you were always psychic. Certain people said that, especially my students, because I psychically knew what they needed as a student. So you have to ask. And then you could say, well, I'm trying to think of some other things that people have a hard time. They're not happy at work. Well, this kind of worked. My work shifted. I was always happy at my work. I love everything I do. I learned that a long time ago in my early 20s, because I've been working since I'm 12, and I decided I can work and do exactly what I love, or I can be miserable. I just have to do a few more extra steps and hoops to find people I that deserve me, that because I work hard for people. I've always have, but I didn't work for anyone who didn't appreciate me. I'm like, no way. I can work for people that don't appreciate me, doing something I hate, or I can work for people who appreciate me, who value my skill set, and doing work I love, exciting work. And I had a great time. I had a great time. And I worked with all those celebrities. It was really fun, this fantasy life and glamour life. It was so nice. So I had, spirit. I prayed a lot, show me the way. So you can realize you have to open up your thoughts to the positive. You can even use affirmations that resonate with you, that feel like, yeah, that's not too far from how I feel right now. So you don't want to just override the program. Let's just say, um, okay. So let's say I haven't I've gained some weight, it's like, oh damn, I'm used, when I was dancing a lot, I had trouble keeping weight on. I would lose my curves because I danced so much. And I'd have to eat all these cookies. Like I don't really like cookies that much, but it was a way to stay in my costume and have curves there and hips. Otherwise, I'd be just like that. And it's really weird to be like kind of curvy lush now. And it's not my identity, it's been a few years of this. So I could say, I've switched those identities, like it feels weird. And what if you never were super slender like me, before I was, at least I have that as a reference. So if you make a New Year's commitment to get yourself healthy, you say, well, you can't do an affirmation like, oh, I'm 110 pounds or I'm 120 pounds, you know, and it doesn't resonate with you because you feel so far from it. And you say, it might be possible for me to be my ideal weight. It might be possible. And then you go, huh, I feel that. It might be possible. Yeah, I feel it because you have to feel the truth in it to be in the manifestation. Like you have to feel that emotion and that good feeling. Otherwise, it won't take hold. So you say, yeah, it might be possible. It might be possible. Yeah, I can feel that and say, oh, I could just see myself in the next couple months feeling full of vitality. Yeah, because I know spring is going to be there in a couple months. Right now, I've been struggling, feeling sick a lot and really worn out because it's been cold around sick people, you know, and all this stuff. You're just like, oh God, winter. I don't have my normal things. And then I say, well, sunshine's coming. We're already past the solstice, so the days are getting longer. At least here in Philly, the days are getting longer. The sun will be setting later. I'll be able to go out hiking soon. I can find a warm day to get out and move my body. And when I move my body, I feel great. I feel amazing. And my body naturally releases the excess coverings when I go hiking and when I dance. And I can dance inside. I could dance my butt off, literally. So you start using affirmations in a way that says something that feels right. And if it's a little too much of a stretch, you always say the magic words I learned from Sheila Reynolds, who was a channel. It might be possible. And I learned that from Sheila's guides. So you start out with, maybe you don't have money right now, and you're like, okay, instead of complaining about it, you say, breathe, and you go, it might be possible for me to build my bank account, and have security in 2025. It might be possible. And then you say, Spirit, show me the way. Show me the way. And you listen on the inner. You look for signs. You listen on the inner, and sometimes people will tell you something. It just comes out of their mouth, but it's really spirit telling you. Sometimes spirit will tell you through the collective readings I do for you. Anyway, let me pull a card. It's getting late. I got to go teach. And another way you can support the channel, if you've ever been curious about learning the belly dance, I'm an extremely patient and really good teacher, an amazing dancer. I'm like I'm kind of famous here in the dance world. So even though I don't have videos out, people in this whole Northeast corridor and even some people out in California know me from my dance. I remember one of my students, she went out to California and she saw my portrait hanging in California restaurant. They're like, how do people know you there? You know? I said, well, people know me everywhere. I used to dance everywhere. I was contracted to dance overseas. I ended up not living overseas, but I would go there all the time in the Middle East. Anyway, I'm going to just cleanse the cards. I'm going to use a different deck, more traditional. And I want to just do a short 3-card read. Yeah, I was hoping to do a longer one for 2025, but I'll do that in the next time around. I'll do a collective reading for 2025 where I don't do the talks like I do now and the tea. By the way, if you're curious what kind of tea I have, because a lot of you ask in the comments and I want to make sure you get the answer. So this is a winter wake-up tea from Trader Joe's. So if you're in the United States, I think in Germany they even have Trader Joe's. I'm not sure. But if you're in the United States, you probably have a Trader Joe's within an hour of you, and it's a really cool store. And if you don't have a Trader Joe's, you can make this blend yourself. Black tea with cinnamon, orange peel. Even just that alone sounds great. But with hints of spicy ginger, warm cloves, and that's it. It says, delivers a unique, comforting, yet invigorating cup of tea. So these are all healing spices for the winter. That's why they call it winter wake up, because it has black tea. All right, so I'm going to just sage my cards. And a lot of times I like to ring the bell over the cards. Now, I'm having some audio issues where for some reason, the bell doesn't show up in the recording. So let's see what happens. It's nice and loud here. We'll have to see. This crazy. Yeah, I only have 10 minutes. I'll do a 3-card. Yeah. So yeah, you could take belly dance on Zoom. It's really great. And they're all semi-private, so I don't do the big classes anymore. I don't have the dance studio. So since Zoom doesn't require rent, it's so small. I used to spend tens of thousands of dollars a year on rent for the dance studios and like about 30,000 almost, renting so many different studios. And I had a lot of events that I rent the studio for extended time. So it was a lot, multiple studios. I don't have that anymore. So I can just say I only want a handful of people in each class, and I only nice people because the women are coming to feel good, and it's like they're 1 hour or 2 hours a week for them to feel good. And we got to have all positive energy in there. And since I'm not concerned about meeting the expenses, it's not an issue with Zoom. It's so inexpensive that I I can have just a few people so that I get paid and I don't have to worry about anything else. All right, here I am. Card number one. Ooh, slow moving night. That's even moving slower because he's turned upside down. Oh my God, he's blocked. Oh, but you get a spin at the wheel of fortune. And this is upright, means you're going to have good luck. The chances are you're going to have good luck, but you're going to have a hard time making a decision. And you may not get the results you want for this new beginning with love, probably because the knight was moving slowly toward you and then he's blocked. He's not even coming at you. But don't forget, you still got the Wheel of Fortune. And you're balancing money and resources, your health. You're trying to keep everything going, perhaps your family, just trying to keep your job, everything in balance. There's a lot of balance issues going on. We're doing more than 3 cards because I have time. Okay, the night was moving slow and you didn't get your new start with love, but then this very sincere, honest man, he might even be involved in law, like a lawyer or in law enforcement or a judge, like something that is legal, very professional, or he could just be a truth seeker, but he's all positive things. So this man who is truthful comes into your life after this guy petered out. And then you have the start, just the very start of a relationship. So someone out there is meant to hear this about manifesting, using your words and your thoughts properly. And the little mini read at the end is meant for some of you. So I get a feeling, um, yeah, there's some issues going on in my comments with, well, I've talked about it, but I think what has to happen is, um, to find that balance, to have clear thinking. Some of the women out there, like, don't put blinders on. See, this woman has blinders on. She doesn't want to see what's really going on behind her. And she's torn. She can't make a decision. So there's a lot of women in my collective with blinders on. You don't want to hear it. And when you have blinders on, the love doesn't work out. Okay. But then you have trouble like juggling everything and feeling balanced. But keep your mind focused on a good man who's truthful and honest. So if something, you get that spin at the wheel, that's what you want to get. And then you want to have that partnership. You want the cups of the heart. See her heart, his heart, the cups coming together and having angelic protection over you. So I hope that helps. Remember, you got a good luck coming your way. All right. But you have to work with what you've got and ask your angels and guides for help. Now, I need your help. I need you to like, subscribe, because only less than 1% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. And if I don't get the number of free subscribers, I will just be doing the videos mostly for my members because I can't warrant spending this time if people aren't participating by liking, sharing, and subscribing. So I do need your help if you want free videos. I know some of you complain, I can't believe you're charging for other certain private videos. Well, it's my channel, and certain things I want to be private with just my YouTube friends who care, you know, and are willing to go through that layer of filtering for $4.99 a month. But so, you know, I'll just focus on creating other kind of memberships, which a lot of people do. And most memberships are $20 or more. So I could at least compensate some of my time that way, but I'd rather do a lot for free. But I need your help. Okay? Subscribe, like, share, and I think comments help too. If you comment, I will acknowledge all of them. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.